Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Kane's Wrath replay. Spawn on the south side as the magenta mark of Kane, Fields of Green. Why is he not green? Spawn on the north side as the Scion random GDI variation. We have, I forgot to actually look at the name, Xads. And the Observer, who is probably not right here, we have Fart Bones? Yep, I don't know what that name is. We do have composite armor, which means he's GDI vanilla, because it's not the titanium field suits for Zocom or the lack of composite armor for Steel Talons. Do have some awakening some structures. Nope, that's not how that goes. Awakening have been awoken, getting to structures. That's a bit better. Awakening, of course, are very, very effective units. They does get a good shot there. Do also got a full Awakening squad, and does not get the full kill there on that squad, but does get a lot of damage to what, 2 remaining models. The Awakening, of course, very, very powerful infantry units, and expensive. Do now have the Awakening advancing forward, the 2 squads of Awakening. They both have access to a basic EMP grenade there. Those EMP grenade there on the watchtower, saving him with the retreat. So you may receive a bit of fire. Nope, just get out of the range in time. EMP grenades are not great, but nice to have. And take a lot of micro. For most of the time, very little reward. But those times where it does be very useful, they're very useful indeed. Up north, we do have, looks like a rifleman has dug in next to the refinery. We also have this war factory here, and a little bit spread out there. A little bit too much, but then again, you probably spread out to avoid any catalyst missiles. A garrison right there. Awakening advancing to the north, and they're trying to get some harassment done with the EMP. It does get a great EMP there, and it gets the EMP as well, locking down 3 harvesters for a brief moment. They just maintain their orders when EMP like that, so you don't have to worry about retasking them in, so it's not some of a mass disruption. Because they got that one awoken member. But this squad is here still very, very healthy indeed. Maybe he's trying to eye for another EMP grenade. We do have these 2 refineries next to each other. He does not have to worry about any sort of catalyst missile. And now we do have our Raider buggy. We've got 5 harvesters there. We got a 6th one here, and looks like another refinery being pulled on down. We also have a refinery over here, so both sides are content on ecoing up. Predator tank advancing forward does find 2 rounds onto that Raider buggy, and that one does get taken out by the other Predator tank. Guess what? That Raider buggy found out there's some Predator tanks, and there's more than one. Another refinery there. He's going heavy on the economy. The ratio is, of course, 2 and 5 or 3 and 1, so he may be going for a 3 or 1 over here. Not sure what's pulling out right there. Could be another refinery, but he sees those Predator tanks. He needs to start preparing for those Predator tanks, because those Predator tanks, of course, are going to be advancing. If you build Predator tanks, you want to attack with them. That squad does get wiped out by the Awaken. And now you have this Awakening, the Awaken advancing forward. Bit of fire onto this harvester. Let's get a full EMP off onto that harvester. When I say full, I mean 3 seconds worth. Predator tank's going to advance forward. And I don't think... Oh, you can't crush Awakening. You can't crush a lightened Predator tanks. Scorpions do see a bit of fire there, but good focus fire and good micro from both sides. EMP missile or EMP grenade does connect there, allowing them to take out these Predators with the Scorpion tanks. That's a massive win there for the Market Kane player, but does lose one Scorpions still to those Proto-Tanks. Proto-Tanks, of course, just heavier. Ooh! Jamming missile just been fired off. I wonder what... Or maybe a little bit too early for the Scorpion tanks to advance, but do got a big wave of Predators now. These Scorpion tanks will have severe trouble versus all those Predator tanks. Oh, looks like that Raider buggy does go down. Does fire some rounds to these hammerheads, but they get repaired up almost immediately. Large wave of Predator tanks are now advancing forward. Does he have an Obelisk Light on the build queue? Maybe we'll get an Obelisk Light on the build queue at this current rate, because these Predator tanks are almost on upon him. You have a War Factory here, of course, that deploys another Scorpion. No, that's a stealth tank. Hammers heads are receiving quite a bit of fire there. Do a mag mine drop there as well. Some of these stealth tanks receive quite a bit of fire. Does fire volley there and there. Harvesters are now receiving a bit of fire as well. We've got the hammerheads, gain some shots there. Good bombing run from the Orca bombing run. And it's not enough repair drones for everything there. He's EMP there. He may just want to get out of some awakening. Obelisk Light has been put out, getting some good shots on these forces. Venom's been put out as well. Trying for some supercharged particle beams. Avatar's pushing way forward as well. Venom's pursuing these hammerheads, getting some good hits there. Avatar's firing some lasers against the Predator tanks. Good hit there as well. We do have the Predator tanks advancing forward. Now I've got the supercharged particle beams not put on the field. There, it is a relatively expensive upgrade as well. But of course, it's a very, very good upgrade as well. Annihilates these Predator tanks. You may get this upgraded power plant. And both of those Predator tanks are now down. He does save the power plant there. And looks like the stealth tank does get some good volleys off on these forces. He doesn't have Tiberian core missiles just yet. Volley does take out Predator tank, not Predator tank, Pitbull. And now that stealth tank is no longer camouflage, and both of them do go down there. And we'll quickly gun down these infantry forces. He needs to get those, what's it called? Guys back over there. I think the Catalyst Missile been fired off somewhere. Yep, Catalyst Missile. Oh, there was two refineries next to each other, wasn't there? And that's why I don't build those refineries next to each other. And then let's take out the infantry as well. The Market Kane player may need an eye expansion. He can go up north. That's relatively safe for the time being. Maybe not. Over here is recently cleared out. Though we've still got a large number of pit bulls in this region. Purple needs to start eyeing an expansion of some sort. Right now he just doesn't have the credits. Scorpion tanks are advancing. There's still a lone watchtower here. Harvester receiving a bit of fire. Needs to start heading back home sooner rather than later. Over here, militant rocket squads are pushing way forward. We've got now supercharged particle beam predators deployed on the field. And the construction yards now are seeing a bit of fire as well. There's something, a defensive structure queued up. Not sure what it is though. It's another supercharged particle beam predator there. These APCs are getting slowly whittled apart. More supercharged particle beams there. That's whatever was built there. Looks like it wasn't finished or deployed. These harvesters are still taking time to collect that Tiberium. Over here, we've got a very wounded avatar there, as well as some other avatars and predators. Now we do have a sonic emitter here. Cleaves around through that scorpion thing and does hit that avatar, and a double kill there as well. And blue's going to, or cyan's going to take some time to collect this Tiberium, while magenta is not has gotten his expansion up. He does have some harvesters pushing the way forward. He probably will need to plow another MCV. This is likely an MCV there. Mag mines are still on the ground. And Obelisk Slice still in the region as well. Now got some Tiberium core missiles on his self tanks, getting some great damage there. And a laser turret? Double. Pitbulls One remains. Let's get some hits there from that Venom. The Venom has repairs here and does go down now. Fresh MCV now deployed out on the field. Up north, looks like an Awaken finds some harvesters there. And Venom's going to be pushing way forward as well. Trying to bring his MCV up there. Needs perhaps a bit better escort there. Predator tanks now have rail guns and a captured avatar now. Stealth tanks looks like getting some good hits there onto these harvesters. We've got another jamming missile there. Takes out another harvester. Looks like 2 Tiberium Core stealth tanks is enough to take out one shot a harvester. I saw some sort of damage ticker there. I wonder if one of his guys actually somehow got a mag mine onto him. Oh, what was that? Okay, it's just a watchtower being sold off, and the Rifleman squad receiving some Tiberium poisoning. And low power for Cyan. He has a Space Command uplink now. It does take out a power plant right there as well. Going for the other upgraded power plant would be very, very good. Goes into a bit of power micro, I believe. And it's Supersonic Air Strike. Ow. Taking out every single one of those Venom. Just cleaved right through them. Supersonic Air Strike is the fastest call of a on for like a one click, and it's very, very niche and very, very effective at that niche. Just mass anti-aircraft, mostly meant for Venoms. He probably that's one reason why he went for that space uplink command, purely meant to take out those Venoms as they group up. And let's just say he paid for itself already. We do have now a large number of avatars in this region. You could pull out some beam cannons and get some dual wielding avatars. Speaking about avatars, we've got another pair of avatars here. It does lack a bit of anti-aircraft. Not sure where the stealth tanks may have went. Maybe, nope, those are Venoms. I think he's trying to go for more catalyst missiles there. I suppose with one person uses one click, now one clicks are going to be on the table for both sides. You could throw some infantry inside these garrisons and just start be annoying like that. Ooh, and there goes both of these avatars, and now there's already a barracks here. We've got supercharged particle beams trying to take out one carcass there. One carcass does go down. It does take out the engineer as well. It does save... Nope, doesn't save the carcass. As that this garrison by looks like at least one militant rocket squad.
The Redeemer has risen.
And now I do have the Redeemer. Thought I heard almost sound like another supersonic airstrike, but maybe not. Some of these mag mines have been tripped. Let's see if we see any damage over time. No, we did not. And also the mag mines actually getting cleaned up. That's what's actually why some of them are missing. SAM site now under fire. It should be cleaned on up. We got a handful of militant rocket squads, as well as an Avatar and Scorpion. Awaken's trying to advance forward. By this point in time, he just may need an Enlighten. Enlighten is one of my favorite units in the game. It's a very, very powerful infantry unit. And with the number of upgrades you get it for Mark of Kane, you get legs as well as supercharged particle upgrade, which he already has one of those, and getting legs is relatively cheap. I think it's like 1,000 credits. So you can have some very nice infantry. Got another EMP jammer. Nope, I did not see this engagement over here. My apologies. Must have did an EMP and then went did a rage and then picked off most of those pit bulls. Only a handful of them remain. Did not see the pit bull mortar. Large number of avatars advancing forward. Some tungsten, or no tungsten armor piercing rounds for the, or AA shells on the AA batteries just yet. Which I suppose you don't need them versus Venoms. Because Venoms are pretty flimsy either way. But it of course would be nice just to kill them off quicker. Looks like this Tiberium field is almost completely collected. We still got Tiberium here and here, not regrown. But you can probably finish it off with 1 or 2 harvesters. Blue tip trying to be claimed by this harvester that is 1 bullet away from death. I think even a single GDI rifleman bullet could take that out. Science start cleaning up that field. This one could be reclaimed. And this field's still being cleaned up quite nicely. Oh, there's a rage generator there. Very good. Picking out large of these forces. Got a shockwave artillery not coming down right there. And he does get hit by that blast there. He's getting spotted by the pit bulls in this region. Got the avatars advancing forward. There's a good number of avatars here. 4 factors been put on out. It looks like the Redeemer will go down. Does use the EMP missile once again, or radar jammer, I should say. And now we do got the orbital strike coming on forward on top of some infantry. He does have the leg upgrade on the Tiberian trooper, so it might be a not half bad idea to go for some Awaken or Enlighten. Some of his infantry units are getting cleaned on up. There's a large number of watchtowers, so maybe that's a good reason why not go for the Enlighten. The Enlighten do have a better EMP grenade as well. War factories will go on down. And some of the rocket troops go down as well. Do now have a laser fence on the construction yard. Deploys on another power plant. And he's eyeing for some defenses. Probably some shredder turrets. Shredder turrets are just very good when they have supercharged particle beams. Oh, got some sort of scan right here. And cleave through that group of Venoms once again. At this point in time, he may just want to stop building Venoms. The Iberian troopers now are seeing quite a bit of artillery fire. Oh, I now look at the command post I have open on my screen. I do see my live stream there. Neat. Because I don't have to do anything about that. Now I do got the avatars. We're seeing quite a bit of fire right there. Vertigo is being called in, trying to bomb down the juggernauts. He does lose one, and he will lose the other. That's probably important, though. The expensive loss, though. Supercharged particle predators are going to be very good versus the infantry squad. Got the avatars advanced forward. Looks like there's a cloaking field onto them. Sometimes hard to see, but they are cloaked. None of these avatars are going on down. Does take out some of these forces. Do have some juggernauts there. They try to back off to the shredder turrets there to get some good damage. Spectre's now raining on in. Takes out those juggernaut carcasses. Very, very nice. We got some engineers as well. Jamming missile deployed now. Vertigo gets a nice bomb run onto another juggernaut there and does survive the multiplication. You can also charge for the Awaken to get some EMP there, but that's taking a lot in your micro. Does get direct hit there on that wounded juggernaut as well, and these other ones should be wounded enough for his vertigo to finish them off. More EMPs coming on out, very nice. More shredded turrets coming on forward, trying to deal with this various infantry squads. Shockwave artillery right there, trying to get these avatars And looks like he does manage to avoid the barrage as one of them goes back in and somehow dances around him, the barrage. Spectre does get some good hits there. This base, however, is gutted, barring a hint of nod. Avatar now some bit of fire there. More Spectre rounds getting some good hits on the Juggernaut, but those Spectres appear to have gone down. You also have actually a relatively site, a destruction tower there to hide some of those predators, at least the primary node. One reason why you also don't go for four-man, four turret guns, just to make sure you don't get the primary node revealed when you're going for construction towers. More MP missiles right there, very nice. Predators firing away. Does get an AA battery on the field. That's not a whole lot of Venoms in the air, so it doesn't need tungsten AA rounds. And these avatars are very, very wounded. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sunur. Howdy. Another Juggernaut does go down. Spectre Artillery receiving quite a bit of fire, probably from the Juggernauts. I wasn't really paying attention where they're receiving fire from. The avatars approach to the point forward. We've got a heroic missile trooper inside this garrison. Gains some good damage there in that Juggernaut, but does fall back in time. You've got some saboteurs in this region and reclaim some of those avatar carcasses. Awaken does go down there. Another bomb run. Gets a good hit there on that Juggernaut. Does escape on out with the vertigo. More bomb runs there. Or artillery, I should say. Does take out the carcass as well. He does have a number of saboteurs on the field. In a full Awakened squad out there, be a good frontline unit. More Predators being put out. He needs to get one of those engineers inside that MCV as soon as possible. I think the other one got splashed down. His MCV's almost down. He still does not have the structure tower out anymore, does he? Or is there on the Juggernauts? It does overkill that Juggernaut right there. These Juggernauts are slowly being whittled down by these Predators there. And does lose his MCV there. Couldn't get engineer inside of the engineer to get on the MCV to get it repaired up. Xandar husks are also down. Juggernaut husks are down. No side can get out any engineer to capture them up with all the turrets in the region. If his MCV, if the non-MCV down, it would be hard to pull out, defeat all of these watchtowers now being produced. He does have this garrison structure, well, garrison. The Burger Kong cannot be. Ooh, there goes those saboteurs, and now we've got one avatar flamed by the GDI player. Getting some, if you would have got out the structures garrison with some missile troops there, that would have made a huge difference. Bombs down one of the carcass area. This carcass does go down to the missile troop. Or militant rocket squad. Same difference, really. And it looks like the Mark of Kane player has backed out the game. This is Andrew saying thank you for watching, and on the next replay.